said you were hoping for a yay from the crowd, and you obviously got a lot more tonight. What can you say about this, the moment and the welcome back and the reception you got tonight?
Yeah, I knew it was going to hit me the way it did. It was extremely touching. I'm so grateful for the moment, and very appreciative for it, for what the Bruins did to kind of put that together, and the love and the support the fans have showed me, not just tonight, but through my entire career here, and I always loved playing here, and loved putting the jersey on and wearing my heart on my sleeve. So I think this is a hardworking city, and people appreciate that. So I love the fans here. They're special. They're an incredible group. I was kind of laughing later in the game because I think I got booed there at one point. And it's just, I knew it wouldn't take long, but it was a very, very special night for myself and my family.
What were you thinking and feeling in that moment as the videos playing?
I was trying not to cry. That was what I was trying to do, and then as soon as I saw my kids on the screen, it kind of hit like a ton of bricks, and I just the memories and the emotions of everything, just the years and the the incredible times, and it just kind of come pouring into your memory, and it's just crazy to see. There's a lot of things that I forget, and the years all kind of bunched together. The careers go by fast. It doesn't matter how long you're in; it goes by extremely fast. And to see, a snapshot of that in a clip like that, it brings everything back, and just the amount of pride, like I said, that I had, that I played here and was part of this organization. I just couldn't hold it in. So it meant a lot.
Right, can you talk about what Bruins fans from all over New England mean to you and have meant to you over the course of your career?
Yeah, I've always really, really loved them. I said it. They're hardworking people. I love how much they care about the team here. They, I said it the other day to somebody, but they want to win as much or more than we want to win. Like if we lose a game, they'll go to the work pissed the next day. They just, they love the team. They bleed black and gold, and I built such a great relationship with the fans. I always really appreciate it. And Ray Bork said it to me when I was 19. I had dinner with him one night, and he just said, you need to embrace every person that you come across, every fan, because when you're done down the road, they just, they move on, and they care about the next guys that come in, and they kind of forget about you. And that always stuck in my mind. So I always loved interacting with fans. I always really appreciated the sport, and it meant more to me the older I got and the longer I played, because you want to play in the NHL, but you don't really ever expect to. And then I had a stint that I kind of came back from. I played 20 games, and I was like, this might never happen again. So to go from that to coming in here and getting the support and the love from the fans throughout my time here, and it meant so much to me, and I appreciate it. I remember the first time I ever saw my jersey around town, and and then it was a year or two later, and they were everywhere. It was just something that I never thought was going to happen. So it was pretty cool.
Brett, you mentioned Ray, and people didn't forget him, and he is still part of this, even after he left to do exactly what you did. Could you see yourself 10 years, whatever, down the road, whenever the wheels do fall off, could you see yourself skating on the alumni team someday?
Think it's gonna be 10?
I'm trying to give you the benefit of the doubt.
I appreciate that. That was nice. A lot of people give me one or two. So I appreciate that.
Could you see yourself being part of this in some capacity, whether it's just ceremonial and still being around? Is that something, given especially the way you received tonight? Could you see that?
Yeah, if I'm being completely honest, absolutely. It's a place that it's an organization I feel like I'll always be part of in some capacity down the road. And I'm sure me and some of the guys will have some conversations. Bergie and Z and Duke's great, or whoever wants to jump in, and we'll we'll all come back together or something, you know. But yeah, that's again, like, just what I've been through here, and you know, just the blood, sweat, and tears, and you know, what I felt like I tried to give to this organization. Be hard not to, you know, want to be involved in another way. You're just so deeply rooted, and you've cared so long to bring success here. It'd be hard not to be part of it.
In that vein, Paul Maurice in the commission said, or in an interview said, he'll always be a Bruin at heart.
Yeah.
Do you think that's fair?
Yeah, absolutely. You know, this is the part that's been tough about this, to be honest, is coming back, is that you know, I don't want to disrespect the team that I'm on in any type of capacity, because, you know, I left and I turned the page, and you know, and I found something truly special again that I'm very, very proud and blessed to be part of, and I chose to be part of again. You know, and you know, when Bill came to me and wanted to sign me, it was an automatic yes, and I'm so grateful to be in this dressing room with this group of guys, and I built something really special with every guy in this team last year with winning. You build a bond that will last a lifetime, and it's an unbelievable room. So I've tried not to show any disrespect in that way, as if I'm not very grateful to be here, because I am. But I've been here for 7 months. I've been in Boston for 15 years. So, you know, when you go from being a kid with the dream, and then, you know, you grow up and you have a family and become a man, and you build an entire life in the city, it's just different, you know. And it just, of course, I'll always, you know, it'll always be in my heart and always be a special place. But again, you know, I'm on to a new chapter, and it's one I'm going to make the most of, because my career's going to end at some point, and I always try to be grateful for the moment and not waste a day. But yeah, Bruins will always hold a very, very dear place in my heart.
Brad obviously said you had 2 points tonight coming in to help snap the losing skid. Mm-hmm. What does it mean to do that tonight?
Yeah, it was nice. It's nice to be on the board. I mean, the biggest thing is that we needed a win, you know, and that was a crazy game. You know, we thought we kind of had it locked up, and you know, they pushed hard. They got a really good making. They're gonna be a really good team here. You know, you can see they forecheck hard. They're a hard team to play against in their structure and their tenacity and intensity. So yeah, they didn't quit, which we didn't expect them to.
You say you're forging a new chapter. Does tonight, in a way, be a final chapter for Boston? Does it feel that way?
Yeah, you know, it was nice in that sense too. I think, you know, like, there's just a lot that came with coming back, a lot of emotions, and, you know, even you know, we've been here for like 4 days or 5 days, so it's just a lot of time here, which was great. You know, it was great to be able to spend some time here, but it is absolutely an opportunity to kind of turn a page, and for everybody, for them, for us, like, they're on to new things. They, you know, and they got to move on as well. It's not just me, right? So that's how it works in this game. You know, that we all have a time, and our time comes to an end. So it was an incredible way to do that, and I'm grateful for the Bruins and what they did tonight, and for the fans.
You say seeing your kids sort of tip the emotional scale there.
Yeah.
Up until that point, what was running through your head? Like, I'll hold this together, they won't get me? Or?
Man, I had some bad haircuts when I was young. Yeah, authority's fault. No, yeah, I knew it was just a matter of time, and you know, I kind of forgot about it, to be honest, to start the game, and there was like 3 or 4 minutes had gone by, and I kind of looked up. I was like, oh no, that TV timeout's coming. Like, forgot about that for a minute, you know. It was, but yeah, like, I was just trying to enjoy it. It's, you know, I say it like, there's so many things that go by so fast that you just don't appreciate as much. I was just trying to take everything in, and then Waterworks game, and I just couldn't. Gotta watch it again.
Will you keep a picture or anything else from this? Is there something that'll hang in your house from tonight that's a souvenir or a keepsake of some kind?
I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not great at hanging anything up. My dad is kind of the one that does that, so I'm sure my mom will be calling somebody to get some stuff done up. Yeah.
You tempted at all to chirp anybody tonight, or was it a chirp-free evening?
There's way too many big, strong dudes on that team to be chirping. Yeah.
Was it helpful that there was a lot going on in that first minute where you get a shot, 5 seconds in, you draw a penalty, you're out on the penalty or the power play, and you assist on that first goal all within a span, I think, of about 61 seconds?
Yeah, it's just getting into the game. Like, once you're in the game, it's hard to think about anything else. But yeah, it was great to kind of get out there, start right away, get into it. You know, once you're on the power play, you're just kind of playing and not thinking anymore. So it was a great way to get settled into the game.
Jeremy give you a little whack there when you went by?
Yeah, he went behind the net. He gave me a shot when we were on the power play too. But I think he plays better when he's playing like that. So I was trying to just let him sleep.
Have you had the chance to talk to any of the guys down the hall that you played with?
Not yet. I'll go see him after this. You guys are more important.
Brad, on the days and months that led up to this, how did you kind of mentally, not months, but the last week or so, how did you mentally prepare for what you knew was coming?
I just avoided it. I'm not going to lie to you. I just tried not to think about it at all. I'm not great at thinking about, like, I like to just live my life day to day, and like, those you know me, like, I don't even know who we're playing next game. So I just don't look ahead, and I try to be day to day. The first time I thought about it was, it was Am's fault, because she wrote an article, but I was going to dinner with like Bergie and those guys and Z, and I was on the way, and I started thinking about it a bit. So it was just the last couple days, and so I was trying to enjoy the days around here. I was trying not to think about the hockey part too much. There's a lot of people I want to see and stuff, so I knew there'd be a time, and that was tonight. So
you mentioned Z, and he was one of those players who was here all those years. He left and came back in a similar situation. Did he have any advice for you?
Yeah, I talked to Z about it for sure. I talked to him before it happened. I talked to him after it happened. And he gave me a lot of really good advice. I mean, he has such an incredible mind in so many areas of life, and he had lived it, so definitely picked his brain on it, and he's just been such an incredible mentor from day one. And kind of last few years before he ended up leaving, I spent a lot more time with him, and really got to know him in a different way, and picked his brain a lot, and he just had so much information to pass on. So even before the situation came up where things weren't working out, like I've talked to him about it in the past, just what things were like and how his situation had played out, and his experiences, and he's just, I love hearing his stories because he just has so much knowledge.